Hey guys, what's up? It's JessFalco, and I'm really excited that today I got to do the 4th episode of Jess Saying. I got to do a one-on-one hangout with DragoonMS2278, and it was a blast. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Okay, hold on. There we go. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna have to do the cheers again because while I was doing the audio levels, of course, I had the sound muted. So, so you with your, let's see, what Gatorade mixed with vodka because you rage hard, and me with my IPA. So we'll do the cheers again.
Yep.
Dink.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Jess. Well done. Well done. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, Dragoon, I'm really, really glad we're doing this. This is awesome. I think this is the 4th one of these now, and every single one is a delight in a different way. So I'm almost like, I can't wait to see what kind of delight this one's going to be. But
I just love how with the raffle, it's always been a low number entry that wins.
Yeah, well, no, not Baker Base. Baker Base had like 10 or 11 raffle tickets. Okay. But yeah,
most.
Let's see, Ozzy only had like 1 or 2. You only had 2. Eldana, I think, only had 1. Right. Yeah, I know. I really, really want the people with like large ticket amounts to win, so it like validates their effort put in, but that's just not how raffles work.
Nope.
It does increase the statistics, I swear. That's how math works.
Yeah, but then there's math and then how rEAlLy works.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, for God's sakes, but before we just like jump into chatting, hanging out, cutesy time, whatever this is going to be, can I ask you a question about your name?
Yes.
What do all the numbers mean?
Okay.
I'm always curious about this with people with numbers in their name, by the way. Like every time I see it in stream, I'm like, there's a meaning behind this and I want to know what it is.
So the numbers, 22 specifically is used to be my favorite running back for the Dallas Cowboys back in the day, Emmitt Smith.
Oh, it was a Sport Bowl reference. Okay, never would have guessed that.
Which is ironic because I don't like football at all.
Wait, how do you have a favorite team and a favorite running back if you don't like football?
I've grown to hate it because of my father.
Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll circle back around to those daddy issues in just a second. Okay, so 22 was the number of your Dallas Cowboy football player. We'll say favorite, but your most memorable maybe. And then
78 is just honestly house number. Easy way to remember.
That's so funny. I've seen people with numbers and it's their area code.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it works, whatever.
Right.
Okay. So it's
easy way to remember it.
Your most memorable football player and now your house number, which no stalkers, please. Leave him alone. I will protect you, don't worry. Why Dragoon?
So Dragoon, there's multiple reasons. Dragoon.
I've been saying it wrong since we've met.
I get called Dragon all the time, so like I just roll with it.
It's Dragoon?
Dragoon. Doesn't really matter how.
I thought it was Dragoon. Like, isn't that a person on like the battlefields? Look, you know I can't read. Oh wait, everybody doesn't know that. He's new to the stream. I'm illiterate.
Well, you got the British cavalry men. So, like, the official thing.
That's what I thought.
There's also a class in Final Fantasy, I think it's 14, that is Dragoon. Then you got the older games like Legend of Dragoon, Panzer Dragoon. But it's actually named off of, one of my favorite, childhood TV shows.
Oh. I definitely was thinking, it was like the British soldier.
Also, it's like a unit in StarCraft 2. I always forget that one until the last second because it's one of the newer facts that I found out.
Wait, so which did you say yours is inspired by? The TV show?
Yes. My
Oh.
favorite childhood TV show.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
one
okay. I
of
mean,
them.
that's cool. Very memorable. I like it. I like it. Do you ever does anybody ever ask you if it's like that's the one?
No, there's like it's like a 25% chance. Usually it's something related to like Legend of Dragoon or Panzer Dragoon.
25% is
Yeah.
really high. That's higher than I would
Yeah.
have guessed. That's pretty high. No,
Yeah.
no one expects my name. I think I've talked about it on these things before. It's like, a movie reference, a very, very vague movie reference, but I think almost everybody, thinks it's video game related for mine. So
Yeah.
that's really interesting. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, so okay, so your name is from your TV show, and then you've got some football in there, and then you've got some, personal information that will bring you surely a stalker. So I apologize about that in advance. We'll just say you right now live in Brazil to throw them off the trail. So he's in Brazil, everyone. Good luck finding him. Yeah.
I've been all over the board lately.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're one of those. I spend a day or two and then have to change.
No, I just have like 3 games going on at once.
Oh. See,
Yeah.
I can't do that. It's my deep rooted need to finish things. Right now I'm like 10 play hours into Witcher 3, and it's driving me crazy. I think about it every single day, and it stresses me out the fact that like I can't finish it.
I have so many games that I've started and never finished.
Really?
I have over 600 games that I can access on my Xbox One alone, and a lot of them are fully paid for out of my own pocket.
But okay, so you play one for a while, like.
Yeah. It's gotta catch me really well, and I'll binge it.
Yeah. Well, okay, so you'll binge it, but not to completion.
Ooh, right. No platinum trophies, no 1,000 gamer score.
Okay, what about so I'm not an achievement hunter either. But what about just getting to end game?
If I binge a game, it's because I want to get to the final cutscene. I want to see the ending, like.
Okay, so you do finish them. You just don't care about like the full. I've got all the achievements. I've got all the pets, or I've got all the things. Okay, so I'm very similar. I'm very, very similar. I don't want to like speed run or anything. I want to take my time enjoying it, but I want to get to the end. Which then I have to come back around and wonder, why the hell do I play World of Warcraft? Because there's literally no end.
I've never spent a day or hour into that game at all.
It's gonna eat your soul. So come along, join my guild, have your soul devoured.
I have like 3 friends whose souls are completely gone to that game, and one of them bugs me all the time, especially since I set this desk up. Like, you need to play.
You should come play with us. Okay, so like, I'm not joking at all, but I'm joking about it eating your soul. Like, the thing is, because it's not, I think all of us that are in this like Twitch community, and all of us that are kind of like, having these conversations, we're all pretty intense gamers, right? Like, I game every day. I'm assuming you do as well. Yeah, it's like, it's our primary source of entertainment. Like, I watch TV rarely, and when I do, then I'll binge it for a little while. But yeah, gaming every day, that is my source of entertainment. It makes me happy. But so there's already that, not addictive, because I don't think it's a bad thing to have, this entertainment, just like television. But there's already this degree of, we want to game every day. Then you add in the social factor, this like weird psychological switch that World of Warcraft brings about. And now you've got this like convoluted, you've got the already, deep desire to play video games every day mixed with, oh, people are counting on me and I can help people. And like people, I want to talk to them, and oh, I want to see how far they've gotten. And oh, we were going to do a dungeon together. And then you get wrapped up in this cycle of, yes, you're enjoying it, but you also feel like I don't even know the right words for it, but like you feel like obligated. That's the wrong word, because I don't hate it. I love it, but yeah, it really sucks you in. It really, really does. Like, I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah. I don't know. I've made a bunch of good friends gaming through like
What?
shooters. Like I've made a lot of good friends from like first person shooters. My main crew, we've all played Halo since like Halo 3 together.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So I think, so tell me if I'm wrong on this. I feel like if you're a casual first person shooter player, that might not be the case. But if you're actually like pretty good at it, or you have like a crew that you guys always play together, there can be that interconnected pressure to play as well, right? Because you guys have like a squad and you know how you work together, and like I think I've seen that as well.
Oh, absolutely. Which is ironic, even though like I'm not the best. Like my KD is usually sub 500 easily in any shooter.
Don't know what that means.
Like kill death ratio. So for every like 2 deaths I have, maybe I get a kill.
So you're like, yeah, you're like a 0.5
Yeah.
kill death ratio. Yeah. So mine would be like 0.003. Yeah, I know that's not good. It's real bad.
It's not your main game
That's
genre,
right.
so
That's right.
it's not expected.
Yeah,
which
so...
I'm trying to, since they brought Halo on the PC, I'm like really tempted to start playing that because that's like the one game series that I kind of want to get good at because I've always been a Halo fan. Like I have a Halo tattoo right here.
Do you? Let's see it. Are you wearing short sleeves?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, if I can get the light for better. But I can post a
That's
Discord
a cool tattoo.
Yep.
Wait, so it says Spartans, and what does it say on the bottom?
Spartans never die. It's part of the creed from the Halo game.
That's cool. Oh man, you're a hardcore gamer. That I want to get a gaming tattoo like right here on my like a small one right here on my shoulder. I want to get the Zelda Triforce, but not just the triangles. I want the little bit fancier one, maybe the one with like, you know, it's the Triforce and then it has like the sword in it or whatever. I guess I just haven't had a time. And then coronavirus. I don't know if I want to go get a tattoo with all the, you know, coronavirus stuff floating around in the world. But I've been really
3 people I know have just posted in like 2 weeks them getting new tattoos. One's like already has like a half sleeve done.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think tattoo parlors are probably one of the safest places. I mean, those places are usually pretty sanitary. You know, they clean them really well. They sterilize all the instruments. So I don't think
already have to wear gloves to
and they'll probably be wearing masks now. So I don't know. It just seems weird, like we're all self-quarantining and isolation, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. I might though. I really, really might.
I kind of said F it and got it.
Yeah. Well, how long ago did you get it?
I've thought about it, but I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of like not like terrified of needles. I just don't like getting stabbed with things.
But you got a whole tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I only have 2 tattoos right now, and I don't think either of them were a bad experience for me. It was fine. You know, there were bits that hurt a little bit more than others, but for me, I think and I have like a really low threshold for pain. Like I am a wuss. Like I scare easy and I hurt easy. Like I am a sensitive little flower. But surprisingly, the tattoos were not like, oh my God, unbearable pain. It was just kind of like, that's a spot right there, you know?
Yeah. Like once they got started, I was fine.
Yeah.
It's just like the initial like couple seconds, you're like, this is different.
Yeah. That I think that was probably my experience. Well, so I do have a tattoo. Like it's always hard to see on camera because of the way my arm twists, but so I have a tattoo that goes like all the way down my arm here, and I think that one like when it's like up in this crease here and down at the wrist here, though those bits were kind of like, ooh, especially right here. Ooh,
near the bone.
Those bits were a little sensitive right there, but I think otherwise it was fine. And then I don't want to though. I want to start my own. I want to be my own boss. I want to rule my own roost. Wait, is that a thing? Yeah, that's a saying, right?
I'm not sure. I'm bad with old time sayings, just as I'm bad at
old timey. wasn't an old-timey saying. I think the kids say that these days.
I don't know what sayings are popular nowadays half the time. I barely understand Twitch chat like phrasing nowadays.
You know what though? That's so normal. Like Twitch chat evolves. I think pretty quickly, and like there's these things that are deeply ingrained in the culture that mean nothing, but in the culture they mean everything. Like I have had to Google a lot. That's normal. Like that, especially some of the emotes are so like Kappa. No one would know what Kappa is if you didn't Google it, unless you've been on Twitch for like 10 years, you know, which most people haven't. Like Twitch kind of, you know, it's except for like, you know, the big huge name personalities, like Twitch seems to be kind of a short-term thing that people do for like a handful of years on and off. Like I didn't know what Kappa was. I literally Googled it. Do you know what Kappa is?
No, I still don't. I'm just like, meh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the meaning in the chat has changed over time, but Kappa, I think, oh my god, I'm gonna be wrong now, but it was one of the guys that worked for Twitch and like helped establish Twitch. Those were some of the early emotes, were those guys' faces. So those the Kappa and the Craigasm. Those were like the original Twitch people that like kind of set up the platform, and that's how it kind of, you know, evolved from there. So, I mean, you would never know that. Not that the history of Twitch emotes is important, because what they mean today and where they came from might not be the same thing.
Right.
But it's still fascinating. Wow, I'm a nerd.
Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
Yeah.
I've kind of accepted that like all my life. Like, I love wearing like gaming themed t-shirts all the time. Like,
is this a t-shirt that's a gaming t-shirt?
No, I'm currently not wearing one. But like my whole closet is filled with gaming shirts. Also helps that my second job is working at GameStop, so I just have work shirts.
I wanted to work at GameStop when we were younger. Like I applied, and well, do you remember when it was what was it called, Funko Land?
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's one of many entities that GameStop.
That's true. I think GameStop absorbed many, but yeah. So my town growing up as a kid had a Funko Land that then became a GameStop, and I tried to work at Funko Land. I applied, I think, more than once. And I wanted to work there so bad. And then after Funko Land and it became GameStop, I applied again and I never got hired. And oh man, I wanted that job so bad. Like the fact that I never got hired at Funko Land GameStop like haunts me to this day. I had to become a waitress, which I made great tips, but waitressing is not my passion. I wanted to work for video games, damn it.
I just got mine because the store manager at the time got to know me because I had no bills when I was younger. So I was just spending it on games. Yeah. And I got to know him. And then,
but where'd you get money? Did you have like an allowance? I didn't have an allowance when we were kids.
No, I didn't either. So that's why I got in a debt issue, because I was learning money firsthand at a later stage of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a part-time job and started working when I was like 15 and a half years old. My first job, I worked at McDonald's. Because Funko Land wouldn't hire me, you fuckers. God damn it, Funko Land. Yeah, my first job was McDonald's. I actually really liked it. It was a lot of fun. I mean, there were a couple instances that were not that great. Like, people don't treat fast food workers super well. I had a milkshake thrown at me once. That sucked. I also had a Big Mac thrown at me once. That also was not an enjoyable experience.
I can imagine that would be.
Yeah, like what goes on in a human's brain that makes them want to hurl food at another human that they don't know, and they don't like there was nothing personal going on there. Like the people were, you know, unhappy about some experience of their food situation. Like I just can't ever fathom myself
like
throwing a milkshake at someone.
Yeah, throwing stuff like that. I get like writing the corporate, explaining a situation, like that kind of thing. But like straight up like throwing stuff just seems so, I don't even know the correct wording.
Well, to be clear, these were customers, not my coworkers.
Yes,
That
I
doesn't
get
make it any
that.
better, but you know.
Again, it doesn't help either way.
Yeah.
Nobody really should be throwing food or anything at someone else.
Yeah, I did have these young gentlemen that would come through. On the weekends, early in the morning. I think like I worked this 7 a.m. Sunday morning shifts or something. And I remember on the weekends, these construction worker type dudes would come through the drive-through every single Sunday, and they would sexually harass me every single Sunday. I just kind of laughed it off, I guess, then, and I thought it was, I don't know, cute / funny. But hindsight, I'm like, that's really rude. These like, maybe they weren't grown men. They were like, you know, they weren't too far off from my age, because I think at that point I was, let's say, like 16 or maybe 17 years old. And these guys were maybe like young 20s. But it's just like, now thinking back, I'm like, that's really fucked up. Like, they would, you know, they would start it in, because I didn't know who they were. Of course, when you drive through and you start talking to the person at the speaker. So I do the whole like, hi, I'm Jessica. Thanks. Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get started for you today? And then they'd say what they said, which I'm not going to repeat. And then I'd be like, oh, it's those guys. And then they'd come to the window, and then, you know, after I took their order, and it's just like a hindsight.
And then you're at work, you have to be nice.
Yeah, like, exactly.
You just have to shake it off and then like deal with it like when you get home or something.
Yeah, and then just looking back, it's like, dang, this poor 17-year-old girl that you're sexually harassing every single Sunday at like, you know, 7 a.m. or something. What the fuck? Life. I think other than that, though, that job was pretty fun. I mean, I think I've liked aspects of every job I've ever had.
I've really only had the 2 jobs that I have, the home care and GameStop. I've had those same jobs for like 9 years now.
9 years, dang.
Yeah.
That's good though. I mean,
yeah.
Probably wouldn't be very comfortable for you. I slept on the couch, but I am a small animal. So. Yeah, well, I've slept on floors before. Have you?
Yes, many times.
Yeah, it's not
the greatest thing, but
yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. When I moved to Oregon, so I moved to Oregon, I guess now 4 years ago. I was not super flush with cash as a grad student, and when I first moved here, moving from state to state is so expensive. I think it probably cost me about $1,500 after the U-Haul and packing all my stuff up, and it's about $1,500. Oh, and you got to stay in hotels on the way up, because, you know, it's like you can't make it in one day. It's too far. Right. And so I drove all the way up with all my stuff about $1,500 later. And I was so out of money, and I wasn't going to get my first paycheck for weeks. And the first paycheck I had to like pay my rent with. And so I think it was 6 weeks before I had enough money to buy like bedroom furniture. Even a mattress. I think I bought a mattress after like 3 weeks, but I didn't have furniture still. So I think for the first 3 weeks, I slept on the floor, like the floor. And then I got a mattress, then I had a mattress on the floor. And finally my apartment was fully furnished, I think like, 2 months in, but that's an experience I don't want to have to repeat in my life. Sleeping on the floor for 3 weeks. That was a lot. I thought it would be okay. I was just like, oh, it's fine. Like, it's just good. It's like a bed, but just like firmer. It's not at all.
Yeah, no.
No. Why were you sleeping on the floor?
Well, so I used to be in Boy Scouts.
Oh,
so
that's cool. My dad was a Boy Scout leader.
So we used to, at the place we held our meetings, like once a year, or a couple times a year, we would do a movie night, and we just sleep there. So it's like, it used to be like a hardwood floor.
Oh, yeah.
So all we would have is like our sleeping bags. If we forgot like a foam pad for like camping or something.
Oh my god, it seems like child abuse. But you guys probably thought it was the funnest thing ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, my church youth group growing up, we used to do this thing like once a year where I can't remember what they call it, something really like cutesy, but like sound like a shut-in. It was like the weekend shut-in. It was like you'd come, halfway through Friday or something, hang out all Friday. Yeah. try to stay up all night, but you never made it all, like, right?
Right.
Like who's gonna stay up all night? But you stay up as late as possible, then people end up falling asleep, and then, you know, halfway through the next day your parents come pick you up, and it's like just everybody sleeping together in one giant big room, probably like you guys had, like a big culture, like you know, not a gymnasium, but like we called it the cultural hall, but you know, it had like basketball and a stage, and it basically was like a middle school cafeteria but smaller.
Right.
But it had that really low pile, like firm carpet, so at least we didn't have hardwood floors. Yours sounded worse.
Yeah, no, they added those in years later, but
oh, so they gave you carpet after you were already out. You were like, oh, now they get carpet.
I was already like an adult and almost the end of my scouting career when they removed the hardwood and put that like carpet. But they have, it's like they use a room for like basketball, and then like when they would do the church events, they would have the tables lined up for everybody to sit at and everything.
Yeah. It sounds really similar. We probably had very similar buildings that we went to. Yeah. Did you ever make Eagle Scout?
No.
Nope. That's one. So my dad, growing up, when I was a young lass dating, my dad used to always ask me, let's see, I want to say 2 questions, but I feel like there were 3 questions my dad used to always ask, but there were two very important questions my dad used to always ask me about boys that I would talk about when I was very young. If I like either had a boyfriend or like, especially when I started dating, was, is he an Eagle Scout and does he open the door for you? Those are the 2 questions. And actually, you know what? My dad probably still asks me those questions to this day.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. The most recent person I'm dating is I think that was like number 1 question is he an Eagle Scout? I'm like, no, Dad. But I was like, but he does open the door for me. And my dad was like, okay. I mean, it'd be better if he was.
I can work with that. Like...
Yeah. But the door thing, that's very important, I think. Do you open doors?
Yes.
Yeah, you should. And honestly, like, I think it's also a polite thing. Like, if I'm walking in front of a stranger, I open the door for them as well. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's old-fashioned or sexist or something. I think it's like a holdover of the way I was raised, which is just like, I want to be taken care of, you know? I also hate taking my own garbage out. Do you take out the trash?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Do I like doing it? No.
Well, you just pretend that it brings you joy to do an act of service for your partner. Oh, that's so good, man. We're talking about the good feelings. Yeah. That's all good stuff. Man, I drank really slow tonight. The conversation was just flying by so fast. I didn't even have time to finish my beer. But my dear, we should definitely wrap up. If these things get too long, the editing is a nightmare for me because, like, apparently the YouTube world, they have to have really short videos. So I don't post the entire conversation so people can only, like, enjoy 30 minutes of it. And I do this. So we've already been going, like, way over an hour because I'm just having such a good time talking to you. And the next thing I know, I've got to edit, you know, 2 hours of an amazing conversation down to 30 minutes. And it's so hard. Let me tell you, like, everything we talked about today was so enjoyable and so interesting.
Honestly, at some point, you're going to have, like, content that you could just, like, make, like, compilations of a topic from all the leftover bits.
Maybe, yeah. I wonder how people organize that kind of stuff. Like, all the bits that I haven't used. Like, there's so many really cool things we talked about today that, like, the world will never see. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to be a content creator yet. I'm learning. Well, this was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad we did this. Thank you for taking the time. I know it seems like people want to do this, but I also am really grateful that you guys want to do this because it's really fun for me to get to know you in such a personal way. Because, like, we game together, or if we don't game together, we still, like, you know, you're in the stream, and, like, I get to know you
like,
guys.
The only thing I really participate in directly is, like, the stream captain.
Well, and the Discord. I mean, you're in the Discord as well.
Well, I'm talking, like, physical game-wise.
Yeah. Stream captains.
Yeah.
Which we probably, if we do Valorant, we probably won't do stream captains on Sunday because Valorant games are too long.
Yeah.
But you should think about you should download Valorant and play with us.
Yeah.
Do it.
Got time to install it.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's actually.
I'm not worried about space on this computer at all.
Oh, good. Okay,
it's
well.
more like just doing it.
Well, I will see you on Sunday, and I'll see you in the Discord and before then.
Yep.
But thank you again. This was a lot of fun. No, so not Dragoon, Dragoon.
Either way,
No,
it doesn't really
say
matter.
it. You say it. You say it. Say it.
Dragoon.
Dragoon. Where's the emphasis? Where's the emphasis? Like, where's the where's the syllabic emphasis? Dragoon. All right. I got it locked away.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep calling you Dragoon. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Well, my darling, have a wonderful Friday evening. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Sunday. I'll see you in the Discord.
Yep.
Now, I'll forever. If I can suck you into World of Warcraft, I'll see you then. Otherwise, have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.